From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. Gets past one man. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the right side, that's Whittington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action, Stafford. But it's caught on the right side of Smith.
Stafford's pass complete to number 19. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll fake it. Now Stafford goes right back to Smith again. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy because you could, marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's sending them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Well, good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Touchdown! Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Rams take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1 yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A beautiful fake. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold.
Looking to put a drive together. Darnold.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. 2 yards to go, second down. As they've got it as we resume action. Now it's Darnold. We'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. In motion, the tight end. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
36-yard line.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Darnold now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Jason Myers
on comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back out. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here.
Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now any run after it.
At the 28-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Now a play fake it at Stafford.
We'll get this complete to Whittington.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That's taken in left side by Whittington.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the draw, here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Stafford now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead they'll give up the middle to Williams.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Rams. From 10 yards out.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw, Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Jason Myers.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the gun, here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, it's Stafford. Smith catches left side. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Stafford. He'll try and do this himself. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Now Darnold. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Back at the 31-yard line.
The middle they run. It's Walker. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10.
At the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is Smith with a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Stafford. It's caught. Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
First down.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Williams again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Looking to put a drive together. yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards on the play.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Here's Darnold. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. 11 yards for number 11.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Play action. It's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw is Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt.
The Seahawks.
They're going to try and run. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Throwing is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Rams first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he stopped immediately there. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
Williams, the ball carrier. He's taken.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
So now Darnold and the Seahawks
down by 8, 70 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Darnold. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Darnold. Open man right side is caught, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Darnold to throw. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.